AP World History Topic 7.3 Conducting World War I. Essential question: what were some of the methods governments used to fight World War I? World War I, also known as the Great War, was a global conflict that involved numerous nations and resulted in unprecedented destruction and loss of life. The methods employed by governments during this war were multifaceted, encompassing military strategies, changes in warfare, the use of advanced weaponry, economic mobilization, propaganda, and the involvement of various nations on a global scale. One significant aspect of the war was the mobilization of troops through conscription. The excerpt highlights that, at the outbreak of World War I, Britain did not initially have universal conscription. Instead, it relied on voluntary enlistment. However, recognizing the need to bolster its forces, the British Army introduced PALS battalions, recruiting groups of men who were already acquainted with each other. This approach aimed to capitalize on the contagious nature of patriotism, fostering a sense of camaraderie among friends and associates. By the end of the war, approximately 1 out of 4 British men had served in the military, illustrating the substantial impact of conscription on the war effort. The nature of warfare underwent a profound transformation during World War I. The romanticized notions of heroism and swift victories prevalent at the war's outset were shattered by the harsh realities of modern conflict. Trench warfare emerged as a defining feature, with soldiers enduring deplorable conditions in long, rat-infested ditches. The development and use of new weapons, such as poison gas, machine guns, submarines, and tanks, further escalated the brutality of war. The excerpt highlights the devastating effects of poison gas, which, despite being outlawed post-war, caused painful and lasting damage to those exposed. Aerial combat became another dimension of warfare, with airplanes initially used for reconnaissance but later fitted with machine guns, leading to intense dogfights between air aces. The introduction of machine guns, submarines, and tanks significantly impacted the dynamics of battles, making it difficult for either side to gain significant ground and contributing to the prolonged stalemate that characterized much of World War I. The involvement of the United States in the war in 1917 marked a turning point. Economic ties, perceived democratic values of the Allies, and resentment against German actions, such as submarine attacks on civilian ships like the Lusitania, contributed to the U.S. entry into the conflict. The interception of the Zimmermann telegram, offering Mexico territories in return for aligning with Germany, further fueled American support for the Allies. Total war became a dominant strategy, with nations committing all resources, including civilian populations, to the war effort. Governments implemented measures such as rationing, price controls, and propaganda to ensure the effective mobilization of their societies. Propaganda campaigns aimed to influence public opinion and maintain morale, often depicting the enemy in a negative light and spreading misleading information. World War I was a global conflict fought not only in Europe but also in Asia, Africa, and the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans. The imperialistic competition for colonies extended the boundaries of the war, with major battles fought in various regions. Colonial troops played a crucial role, with soldiers from Australia, New Zealand, India, Africa, and other regions enlisted to fight alongside their colonial rulers. Women's roles evolved significantly during the war. With a large number of men enlisted, women took on responsibilities in various sectors, including farms, factories, and frontline roles as nurses, ambulance drivers, and switchboard operators. Some countries, like Russia, Serbia, Romania, and Bulgaria, even allowed women to serve in combat roles. The Paris Peace Conference following the war resulted in the Treaty of Versailles, which treated Germany harshly. The Big Four leaders, including Woodrow Wilson, attempted to establish a new world order through Wilson's 14 points, which emphasized the League of Nations and the right to self-determination for conquered peoples. However, the harsh terms of the treaty, including reparations, territorial losses, and disarmament, fueled resentment in Germany and set the stage for future conflicts. World War I witnessed a variety of methods employed by governments, ranging from conscription and changes in warfare to economic mobilization, propaganda, and global involvement. The war's impact was profound, reshaping the geopolitical landscape and setting the stage for subsequent conflicts.